What's up everybody? In today's video, I've got a new super fun gadget for you. You know I love camera gadgets, but you also know that I love gadgets that take you to that next level, from snapshots and clips to epic shots and cinematic video. So today we're gonna be taking a look at this guy who's gonna take your video to the next level. This is the P10 Magnetic Portable SSD from Aifro. So, I mean, this thing looks like, honestly, it looks like it could be a charger for your watch or something. It's tiny, I don't know, it looks like a silver dollar to me, and it's magnetic. So that should basically tell you everything that you need to know, which is that this guy is designed to go on the back of this guy. And one of the big advantages of the iPhone 16 Pro Max was not only that it shot in ProRes, but that you could shoot ProRes uncropped in their 4K 120 mode, as well as 60, but you couldn't do it on the phone. Like, you can't shoot that footage directly to the phone. You needed an external SSD. So you've got like cables coming off of your phone and try to figure out where to put stuff and all that. And honestly, that makes things kind of a pain. But not just that higher frame rate footage, even your 24p and your 30p footage, it's gonna fill up your phone rather quick. Now, I've got the 1 terabyte model, but why would I wanna put all of that on my phone? Especially since then I need to connect my phone to my computer via USB-C and then AirDrop copy it over. It's a pain. I've gotta have my phone in use all the time. And as most content creators that use their phone as part of their work, they don't have another phone. I need this phone. I need this thing to work as a phone as well. So now, enter the Aifro 1 terabyte magnetic SSD. So just take this and you throw it on, and now I'm done. And it just attaches via MagSafe, right? Just pops on right there, just like that. And it's pretty secure. Now you do need to connect it to your phone, right? Apple hasn't introduced a wireless data connection standard over MagSafe yet, although that would be super cool, right? So in the box, they give us these two cables here. And the reason that they give us two is because one is for when it is directly connected to the back, and one is if you're gonna kind of hang it off, because you might not always have it directly connected to the back. So I've got it on the back now, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug this right into there, and then I'm just gonna plug this into the back of my phone. And then it's attached securely, and we've got the cable. So I'm in my camera app, and I'm gonna turn on ProRes log, and immediately you'll see down at the bottom, I've got the USB-C indicator that tells me that I'm gonna be recording externally, and I can record in ProRes log 4K 24, 173 minutes. So that's 3 hours potentially that I could record on my phone and then not have to fill up my iCloud storage, not have to fill up my Photos app. And now I'm gonna go ahead and switch that to 30 and 60 and 120. So I can shoot 30 plus minutes of 4K 120 in ProRes log, Apple log, to this external device. So I can immediately just kind of hit record and start getting ProRes log, and it's gonna put it all on this external device. Now you might say, well, Joe, why does that matter for you, right? I've got the R5 here, I've got the R6 here. Because when I did my R5, R6 comparison video, which I will link right up here, I didn't have a third camera that I could record with, and I needed to record video in a quality level that would match at least a little bit what I was gonna get out of the Canon cameras. And so I needed to record in log, and I wanted to record it externally. And so I did all of that with this, and I did it on to the Aifro P10. Now, if you want to access these files on your iPhone, all you have to do is go into your Files app, and then you'll see that the Aifro device is attached. There is a folder in there for Apple videos, and there is the video that I just recorded, and it's in ProRes log. And then all you gotta do is just kind of pull it off and disconnect it, and then you're done. One other thing that I want to mention, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that when I'm recording on my iPhone, I don't actually normally use the built-in camera app. If you're gonna be shooting in the normal modes, like, yes, it is the best because you're gonna get the most out of all of its kind of processor-driven functions. But if you're gonna be shooting in log where really not a lot of that stuff is actually going to be at play, you're not gonna be accessing the cinematic video modes, I actually like using the Blackmagic Cam App. So I've got the Blackmagic Cam App here, all right? It's shooting in log, and you can see right there's my R5, there's my R6. And you'll see that you have all of these controls And maybe I'll do a review in the future on the Blackmagic Cam app, but the other thing I want to show you is that under the settings for where you want to record, right, if I want to make sure that I'm in Apple Log HDR, but if you scroll down to Media, it says Save Clips To, and you can actually click on Files. And then you can use the Files app to navigate to where the Aifro is. And then you can shoot whatever you're doing in the Blackmagic Cam app directly to the Aifro. And then once you're done with all of that, you don't have to do all the other craziness. You literally just unplug this bad boy. And I'm just gonna plug this straight into my MacBook here. And you can see right away, I have the footage that I just recorded. Here's the other videos that I had to record for my review of the R5 and the R6. But those are all right there. It does say that it'll do up to 2,000 megabytes read per second. And then I'm able to really easily and quickly copy these files directly over, and then I can just start editing right away. I don't have to hook up my phone. I don't have to stop using my phone. It'll still be a phone. And if I put all my footage on the external, then again, my phone is not full of a bunch of content that I might have to go delete later if it's, raw uncut footage. Now, one thing that I really like about this, it is based on USB 3.2 Gen 2, so it's fast. But honestly, it's small, it's relatively inconspicuous, and you can actually get it in various colors. So it can match your phone just a little bit better. This is the natural aluminum look, which kind of matches the sides of my titanium iPhone 16 Pro Max. They also make it in a blue and they make it in a black. But it's thin, it's relatively inconspicuous, and again, you can get it in the colors that match it. And the price is pretty good. This is the 1 terabyte model. Right now on the Aifro website, as well as I think Amazon, you can get it for about 150 bucks. It's $250 for the 2 terabyte version. I will link both of those down below. Aifro did send this to me to review, but they did not pay me for this review. But full transparency, they did send it and I did not purchase this. But overall, I've been pretty happy with it. It's been really fun to play with. I will say the two things that I would bring up if there was any sort of critique that I would give this product, number one, is that the maximum throughput speed that I was able to get on read was about 1,000 megabytes per second. Now, that's plenty fast enough, and I've had no issues copying files off of it when I've been shooting in 4K 120 log ProRes. Those are big files and they copy over just fine. The write speed's about 1,500 megabytes per second. The only reason I bring it up as a critique is because on the box it says that it's 2,000 megabytes per second, and I was not able to achieve that speed, although your mileage may vary. I was using their cable at the time. But the other thing, and this has nothing to do with them specifically, this is more about the design of the iPhone, is that when you do put a puck here, it does make it harder to use something like this or a gimbal. Probably just have like an additional cable and just kind of rig it somewhere else. So that's not really a knock on them at all. Because when it is on here, and if you're just going to be holding it like this, it's very steady. I like it a lot. So again, I really enjoyed playing with this product. If you're using your phone primarily as your content creation device and then you're transferring that footage, those files over to another computer, especially if you're shooting in log and you're going to be doing some color grading and you want more screen real estate to be able to do that for scopes and all that sort of stuff, this is a really cool product to do that with. And 150 bucks for a terabyte of storage, that is also pretty cool. But as I mentioned before, this guy is going to go in my Instagram giveaway. And obviously the easiest and least expensive way that you can support the channel is by going to hit that subscribe button. Go and hit the like button if you found this video interesting. Comment down below if you think this is a cool thing to play with. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when I put out new videos. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.